My brother is not the one to blame. It's the two sisters who are at fault. Both of them are expert manipulators and they always wrap men around their little fingers.
You have never had the right to ask me where I was going and why. And it is none of your business to know whether or not I plan to return. You have lost that right.
This is what you deserve, Guddan. It only serves you right, and that's why I have absolutely no sympathy for you.
I simply escorted your daughter-in-law back to safety. I found her in the middle of the road. She was lost in thought and I almost crashed right into her. Fortunately, I saw her in the nick of time. Otherwise, she wouldn't be seated here today.
Careful. I think you should try to get some rest now. Right? Good night. What is this nonsense? What are you trying to do?
I'm simply trying to emulate you because it seems like you're perfect. I want to see how you do things, and then I'd like to try out myself. You never make any mistakes or bad decisions, let alone break someone's trust or disappoint them. It seems like you've got it all figured out. So I've decided to follow you and to closely observe your behavior and the motivations behind your actions and decisions so I can learn from you and be more like you. Don't you think it's a good idea?
Open your eyes and see for yourself. No matter how hard you try, you can never be like me, Guddan. Imitating my behavior won't change a single thing, Guddan. You can be my guest and put on this act if you like. Both of us know your true nature and that it will never change.
I can understand that you are extremely upset with me. I know I've made a mistake.
A mistake? For your kind information, Guddan, mistakes are errors that happen by accident. Your actions were on purpose. And not only was it premeditated, but you also did it knowingly. You planned it all and deliberately broke my trust. I'll show you what it looks like when someone destroys the trust you have in them. That is exactly what it looks like when someone breaks your trust. And once that trust is destroyed, Guddan, then it can't be fixed. This plate will never be intact again.
not be upset, Guddan. It's okay that you broke a plate. Tell me, for how much longer will you be staring at the plate?
Wow, Grandma. You never fail to surprise me. You still don't seem to recognize her mistakes? How could you forgive her so easily? You might have forgiven her, Grandma, but I'll never be able to forgive her. You can punish me if you think it's appropriate, but I will never stop fighting for the truth to prevail. Guddan. I know Akshat better than most of the family, and I know that he will never forgive you. The same way that this plate will always be broken and damaged, your relationship will never be the same again. No matter how hard you try, you'll never restore the trust he had in you before, Guddan. If you ask me, I think Akshat simply wants to forget about you and move on with his life. I think that will be the best for him. And it's time for you to move on, Guddan.
You can still remember what I said to you.
Don't you feel ashamed of subjecting your wife to this type of
Rather
treatment?
stop your nonsense. For the time being, why don't you just keep quiet and do as you're told? She's here. Just be sure not to make any mistakes, okay, baby? Excuse me? 2 coffees, please. Thank you. No, City, I'm in pain. City, let go. City, you will burn my finger. Leave it, City. City, please let go. Please, let me go.
I specifically asked you to order a strong cup of coffee for me, but apparently you can't even get a coffee order right.
I'm sorry, but I made a mistake. But I'll order another cup of coffee. Please leave my finger.
Look at that crazy woman. Who would treat their husband like that in public?
Would you mind if we went somewhere else?
As you wish.
Are you crazy? What were you thinking? Do you know how hot that coffee is? You burnt my hand on purpose.
And what about my pain? You are asking me to behave in such a ridiculous fashion so that you can win Ravati's love.
Sidi? What did you do to him? What you did is absolutely, well, you know, I think you're doing the right thing. Sidi, you are not a child that needs to be told what is missing in a relationship. And you should know that when a third person becomes involved, it's because your relationship is on the rocks. You should know that it's about time for you to pay serious attention to it. If that girl had been somewhere else today, then I never would have interfered in the situation here. But that girl is none other than Guddan's sister and fellow accomplice Ravati. And it's because of Guddan that Akshat whipped my brother in front of the entire family. And then he still went ahead and sided with Guddan's family instead of ours, without flinching. So I will simply have to show him that we are still the most important part of his family. Guddan has to pay for this. I already have a plan of action in mind. We know that Guddan's Achilles heel is the unyielding love she has for her sister. So if I manage to make Ravati suffer, then it means Guddan suffers.
I simply refuse to take part in any of this.
Oh, really? You should think again. Remember that your brother's life depends on your actions. You always impress me, sister. This time you've made an excellent plan.
I only want Guddan to realize that she's not indestructible. Now both of us will see to making the rest of Guddan's life an absolute misery. And if you and I manage to make Guddan's life a series of unfortunate events, well then, her relationship with Akshat will definitely fail.
Where did I leave the keys? I don't have the time or patience for your childish behavior today. Move aside.
Shh. I just wanted to show you that I managed to fix the plate that you dropped and broke deliberately during our previous conversation. I fixed it.
And what would you like to prove to me with that?
Shh. Did I ever interrupt you when you were talking? No, right? So, since I managed to fix the plate that you broke, it means I can fix anything if I really tried. Even our relationship. All one needs is dedication and diligence, and I have both of those. What's more, it only took me 3 hours to fix the entire plate. I know that fixing this plate is much simpler than rebuilding your trust in our relationship, but I'm willing to do anything, even if it takes 3 hours, 3 days, or 3 months. I'll win your trust again no matter what. Because I am Guddan and I never give up. What I want.
A broken plate.
Wait a minute. Give me a break. I worked very hard and non-stop for 3 hours to put this plate back together. So all I can think about now is my empty stomach.
What? What do you mean? How did that happen? In the parking lot. Stay there, I'm coming.
Durga, I fixed the plate. Don't you think I did a good job? You can't see any cracks? Look here.
Just because you cannot see any cracks, it doesn't mean that it is not there anymore. It's all a matter of perspective. I simply can't overlook the cracks, whereas you refuse to see them. But your perspective doesn't matter, Guddan, because soon a lot is going to change, and we'll face many other challenges. So you should stop fooling around and prepare yourself for what is to come.
Can you hear me, ma'am? Please, ma'am, I need you to answer me immediately. Why are you hovering next to this car? Please, can you tell me? Why are you refusing to speak? Listen, please, answer me.
Sir, your file?
Move aside!
Where did Mr. Jindal go and why is he in such a hurry?
Madam, I don't know. I only brought his file.
You can give it to me, thank you.
Okay.
Reveal yourself. Who are you? You can't hang around in this
What
parking
happened?
lot.
What happened?
I'm sorry, sir, but she won't tell me who she is or what she's doing here.
Okay, I will speak to her. You may go.
Yes, sir.
I asked you not to come home, right? Listen, didn't I tell you that? You don't have to come home.
Akshat? What are you doing? Who are you talking to in secret? Who is it? Who's there?
How many times do I need to tell you to mind your own business at all times? Why would I be talking to someone in the basement? Who is here? Tell me, what are you doing here?
Sorry. Here. Your file.
Give it to me and leave.
But who are you?
Didn't you listen to a single word I just said? There is nothing further to discuss, so you can leave now. Please leave. Get in the car now. Hurry up.
What on earth is Akshat up to? He's behaving strangely. If he was truly on his own, then why did he open the passenger's door? I'll go see for myself. Hang on a second! He heard my screams but ignored me. It's unacceptable. I will have to speak to him. How did Akshat disappear into thin air? I followed his car all the way here and then it disappeared. I should go back. I don't see Akshat at all anymore. I'll have some water first. I'm incredibly thirsty.
I think someone's outside. You should go upstairs. Please, quickly.
Yes, Grandma? I'm coming immediately.
Thank goodness. Whoever it was left before I opened the door.
Akshat. I can understand that you're upset, but it doesn't mean that you can come home from work at this time of the night. Have you given it any thought? Or have you looked at yourself recently? If you take a moment to reflect, you'll realize how high your stress levels are. Are you upset with Guddan? Or are you just punishing yourself? For how much longer will you be upset with her? Listen, whatever she did, I'm sure it's forgivable.
Promise I'm fine. The restaurant demanded a lot of my time recently, and that's why I look so tired, so please. It's the only reason I returned late from work. But Ma, I promise that I can take care of myself. So will you please stop worrying about me? Good night.
I will answer it. Hello?
Madam, we need Mr. Jindal's signature on some files. Can we send the files there if he's currently at home?
Can't you let him be when he's at home and out of the office? You could have asked for his signature when he was at the restaurant. It's also important for him to rest, understood?
Sorry, madam, but he hasn't been at the restaurant in 2 days. Hello? Hello, madam? Hello?
Yes. You can send the files tomorrow.
Okay, madam.
What happened, Guddan? Who was that?
So that means Akshat wasn't at home or at the restaurant in the past 2 days. So then where was he? What is he trying to hide from us, and why would he lie about the restaurant?
Guddan, dear, tell me, who was that?
Grandma, they wanted to talk to Akshat. It's a long strand of hair. And it definitely belongs to a woman.
Mother, here you go. I've finished the ironing. Oh my goodness. What's that? Mother, is your hair falling out already? But you're still so young. It happens because of stress, no doubt.
No,
No, give it here. Let me see.
It's not mine.
No. This strand of hair definitely looks different. I don't think it belongs to you. It doesn't look like Durga's either, because she has long and thick hair. I don't think this strand of hair belongs to Saru. And Grandma? Grandma's hair is already grey. Then who does it belong to? Just wait. Mother, was this strand of hair on Akshat's jacket? Well, that means that Akshat is having an affair with another woman.
Lakshmi, I don't think he would do something like that. I'm sure it must be one of ours.
Not at all. This doesn't look like our hair. Otherwise, I definitely would have known. Listen, I realize that we aren't necessarily on good terms, but you're still my mother-in-law, so I'd like to help. Listen, I've been married for longer than you, so I know when there's trouble, and that's why I'm suspicious of this. Women should know that they can't trust their husbands blindly. It'll only cause them anguish. Today, you only found a strand of hair, but tomorrow you might discover a bigger lie. Husbands have a tendency to lie to their wives. I'm sorry to say this, Mother, but I think that Akshat has found another woman. Someone closer to his age.
No, Lakshmi, listen to me. I'm sure that this strand of hair must belong to one of us. I don't know about other husbands, but Akshat has always been loyal to me. That's why I'm sure that this strand of hair doesn't belong to another woman, and I'll prove it.
You don't trust my knowledge of men? Fine. You know what? All wives like to believe that their husbands are loyal because ignorance is bliss. Well, I don't care. It's entirely up to you, so I'll leave you to it.
Move aside.
I firmly believed that you were the perfect husband for me. But today I was reminded that even you are capable of lies and deceit. The eyes are the windows to the soul, and that's why I'm looking at you intently.
Please, will you stop with this nonsense of yours?
This isn't nonsense. It makes sense. Because I can tell that something isn't right and that you are trying to hide something from me. You never went to the restaurant in the past 2 days. So that means you've been lying to all of us. Why?
I've told you many times, but obviously I haven't made myself clear enough for you to understand. You have lost every single right and privilege of questioning my actions and decisions. So remember the next time you feel the need to interrogate me, and stop irritating me.
I found the strand of hair on your blazer today. You'd probably like to argue that it must belong to one of us. And at first I thought the same. But unfortunately for me, you just proved me wrong. Akshat, this strand of hair definitely doesn't belong to any of the women in this household. I made the effort of comparing it with everyone's hair and I found no match. So please explain to me, who does it belong to? If you were honest, then there would be no need to interrogate you. You haven't been to the restaurant recently because you've been meeting another woman. Or is it because you are still upset with me? Answer me, Akshat.
I am not obliged to tell you where I've been, or whether or not I went to the restaurant. You are free to assume whatever you want. I don't have to explain myself to you. And you have lost your right to stand there on your high horse and demand explanations from me, Guddan. You were the one that lied to me and fed my family only lies and deceit. You hid the truth from me. Now you're questioning my faithfulness and loyalty?
Where are you going?
Didn't you always complain that I never allowed you to sleep on this particular bed? So from today onwards, this bed belongs only to you. In fact, you know what? This entire room is yours, and you are welcome to sleep wherever you want, but stay away from me. And now that the entire room belongs to you, you won't be in need of this, will you? So I hope that you are happy with this bed and the room. You don't need to go anywhere. You can stay in my room and sleep in my bed.
I can't believe that we are having these types of arguments and troubles between the two of us.
Yes. I'll be there. I said I'd be there, I promise. Just wait. Guddan can't find out about this.
Was that Akshat who just left, or was it someone else? The car keys are missing. At this time of the night, how strange. Something is definitely wrong. I have to find out what's going on. I can't help but assume that this is the lady Akshat has been meeting with lately. Was she the one in the car with him?
Didn't you listen to a single word I just said? There is nothing further to discuss, so you can leave now.
Hang on a second!
Sorry to say this, Mother, but I think that Akshat has found another woman. Someone closer to his age.
I am not obliged to tell you where I've been, or whether or not I went to the restaurant. You are free to assume whatever you want.
Would you prefer it if I left it, instead of throwing Guddan out of the household?
The three of you insisted for me to get married so you can have a mother-in-law. So from today onwards, you have no choice but to accept her as exactly that. The woman you're currently addressing is none other than my wife and their mother-in-law, Mrs. Guddan Akshat Jindal. You are no longer worthy of this wedding necklace, Guddan.
Guddan, my dear. What happened? Are you okay, dearest one?
Grandma, Akshat never wanted to take a new wife or get married to me, am I right?
Guddan, do you realize what the time is? Unbelievable.
Durga? The reason I'm asking this question is because soon there'll be another woman and your third mother-in-law welcomed in this house.
What?